Well, welcome back to Good Day and the Big Chair 24-hour sit-in. So we're here with Dave Engelman. He's a heart transplant recipient, and it's been a joy just sitting here talking to Dave about his story. So he's going to share a little bit of that. So Dave, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for sharing your story. So you're a heart plant recipient. So tell us, how did this all start for you?
So it all started back in February of 15. I had been working in the evenings, went home, took a nap. I woke up and had that classic heaviness in my chest, and I had what was called a widowmaker heart attack in my bedroom. Amazingly, my wife was home, was able to call EMS. They were able to come out and come into my bedroom. I was defibrillated in the bedroom once, loaded me, got me into the ambulance, headed towards the hospital in Sandusky, defibrillated again on the way there, and that's the last thing I remember until I woke up in Cleveland on a total artificial heart. I had had a widowmaker heart attack, and my heart was damaged beyond the point of being used, so my heart was actually removed, and a total artificial heart was put in to replace my existing heart to use as a bridge to transplant. And I was at the Cleveland Clinic for 6 months waiting transplant.
Oh, wow. So a 6-month waiting process. Really happy to be speaking with you.
Yes.
And Dave, we're able to talk to you because someone, they made sure that they checked the box to be a donor. So how does that make you feel? I mean, I think I could answer that question for you, but please express to us, once you found all of that out and the joy that you have 8 years later.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing that that people can check the box and actually save lives. After their use of the organs is not needed anymore, they can pass them on to others and save lives so that they can continue on. I mean, since transplant, I've had more grandchildren. I've walked daughters down the aisle. I've been able to get back to life pretty much as it was before. Do CrossFit 3 nights a week. Shout out to my crew at CrossFit 1926. And yeah, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, so like you said, Dave, that donor allowed you the opportunity to continue to enjoy life, to see more grandkids, to walk a daughter down the aisle. And like you mentioned, this was something that was really interesting to me because CrossFit can be very intense. So as a heart plant recipient, I assume you went to your doctors and they said it was okay for you to do this?
Right. I got a hold of my team in Cleveland, talked to them about it, and they had no problem with it. So I go 3 nights a week. It's a life class. It's not quite as intense as the competitive people, but gives me a chance to get out, move around, and get some additional exercise.
So being a heart plant recipient, that's huge. That's a huge procedure. The heart attack was huge. So life after that transplant, are things pretty much normal for you now?
For the most part, I would say, yeah. I mean, I have meds I have to take 4 times a day and things like that. A little bit of a special diet that I'm on, and stay away from foods that could cause me to retain fluid and things like that. But other than that, my life is pretty much normal. I work every day. I'm still working at World Energy Innovations in Fremont, and yeah, that's pretty much back to normal as it was before.
This gave you a second chance to do so much. So what would you say to people out there who are hesitant about becoming a donor?
There's really no restrictions to be a donor. No religious organizations have any qualms with it. If you have any questions, please reach out. There's lots of organizations, Life Connection of Ohio and others, that can answer any questions you might have about being an organ donor, and seriously consider being able to give the gift of life to others.
Okay, well, thanks so much. Really appreciate you sharing your story with us, and keep it up when it comes to CrossFit. I'm even hesitant about CrossFit, so Dave is encouraging me, and
join us.
He said come and join us. So we'll hear so many more encouraging stories as the Big Chair 24-hour sit-in started at 9 o'clock, and we'll see that throughout the rest of our day into tomorrow. We'll be right back.